Good evening. So we continue with our project of this year. The last thing we talked in the last session about this year, it was his name is Shabbat Shalom, right? This is a verse. We was talking about different concept of his name, the name of Mashiach. It is written Shnaim Ish Ve'ishto. Two, a man and his wife. Right? It is written about the animals that go to the ark. We have here Shmo, the letter of Shmo. Altogether is 1,424, which is 1,000 plus Mashar ben David. 1,000 is Mashar ben David with Yud plus Mashar ben Yosef. So we have here Mashar ben Yosef, refer to Jesus. Mashar ben David with Yud refer to probably have to do with the David with Yud, have to do with the priesthood. Right, because David with Yud is 24. Priesthood have to do with the concept of 24 in different way. Right? 24 ma'alot of the priesthood, how you say ma'alot? Quality, 24 matnot keuna, 24 mishmarot keuna, different things that have to do with priesthood, that have to do with 24. It's like we have the night and the day. It's not only the night, usually we say that the priesthood is the night, Cohen equal Laila, but it's the night and the day. So you have 24 hours. So we say that the other letter equal Shabbat Shalom, refer to three name of Mashiach. Is Yeshu, is Yeshua, and is Asa. So we talked about this the last time. I just like to mention a few more things that equal this number. That equals the number Shabbat Shalom. It means 1,078. After you take out his name, what you have left is 1,078. What is Shabbat Shalom? This equals Shabbat, and this equals Shalom. Shabbat of peace. This is a Ben Chacham, right, we said, when we talk about the four sons. This is a Tam, and this is a Rasha. Together equal the three names. Tam, Rasha, Chacham, Rasha, and Tam. This is the order. It's like Mashar ben Yosef, Chacham, Rasha, Mashar ben David with you, and Tam is Mashar ben David. Regular Mashar ben David. So another thing that equals this number, if I write Yemach, first of all this number, 1,424, is Mashiach, Chen, with a big name Mashiach. שניים refer to חן, right? שניים equal ח' time נון, 400. ח' time נון. And שניים in order number equal חן. Here we have חן with a big נון, and Mashiach. It means one Mashiach is a man, is Mashiach ben Yosef. The other Mashiach is Mashiach ben David, is a woman. And Chen, it's like the priest, in the middle. Chen can refer to two and can refer to the middle point between the two. It means it contains the two. Another thing that equals this number is if I write Yimach in filling letter, Yud, Mem, with a big Mem, Chet, equal 1078, Shabbat Shalom. And only the filling letter, which knows the Yud, the Mem, and the Chet, and what's going to born from Yimach. If you take from this hand, you stay with 1020. What we saw this number many times. Ariel, Francis, Cohen, Alloro. The four נהרות, the four river, 4-time river, השגחה פרטית, השגחה פרטית, have 10 letter with 10 time faith, 10 time אמונה. And it's Esav, Yaakov, Yitzchak, Abraham. What is Mashiach, Israel, Levi, Cohen? We call this Esav in the appearance of Abraham and Yaakov in the appearance of Yitzchak. And these four equal these four. Abraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov is Israel, Abraham is a priest, Yitzchak is a Levi, Yaakov is Israel, and the kingdom, if we go from up to down, right, is a Mashiach, is Esav, is a Ger, right. A concept that came from the nation, from outside. It's something that was lost from Judaism, and we have to receive it back. You know what that we say that is the year of asking. What does it mean to ask? It's not mean only to ask, give me this, or to ask questions. Right? It means to search. Because it is written at לבקש, to ask, ואת לאבד. לאבד it means to lose something. To lose. Right? So it is a מקרה אבוד, a lost case that he called Mashiach. Mashiach. And we have to find it. We lost something, we have to find it. Anything that we request, it's something that, why we request it, why we miss something that we think we need it. Because it's really something that we lost in some ancient existence. Something we lost in the breaking of the vessel, and everything we do in this world, any pleasure, any connection, anything we eat, is to collect back the holy spark that belong to our root of our soul.
Right.
It's something we lost, all right? So we are in the ear of searching what we lost. Not to lose it again, because the opposite of et levakesh, a time to ask, is a time to lose. To lost. To lose, לאבד. לא להפסיד. To lose. לאבד משהו.
It's the same word.
It's the same word. Okay. Another thing that equal the number 1424, two husband and wife, a man and his wife, is three concepts that are reminding the prophecy of somebody by the name Azariah ben Oded. In the time of Asa appeared a prophet, Azariah ben Oded. It has to do with concept of witness. Oded is equal Chanoch. The first letter and the last letter. So it is written about his prophecy. He will said that there are many days in Am Yisrael with not Elokei Emet, a true God, Cohen More, a priest teacher, and Torah. This lead to this, lead to this. Right? So this we think equal the number 1424. His name is Shabbat Shalom. His name is Yeshua Asa. This free name. Another thing interesting he will said, by the way, Azariah ben Oded equal Mashar ben David with Yud. So he refers especially to the witness, to the concept. Every time the personalities that talk about a certain Mashiach, the personality he will say prophecy about is referred to his name. If he talk about priest, it means he himself has to do with this concept. So Mashar ben David with Yud equals the advocate, the praklit, the concept of the advocate. Chen Esav, right? We talk about this is 434. Mashar ben David usually is 424. Here we have a Yud, David with Yud. Okay, so it's 434. What is a praklit, the advocate? Talk about the advocate, right, in the book of John. when is a chen Esav. Chen Esav, the chen of Esav. And when Yosef get together with his brother, when they do a meal together, he will say, Simu lechem. Simu, put bread. The middle letter is Yimach. The other letter around is Shalom, that is Esav. Shalom plus Chen. Yimach is Chen. Chen Shalom. Simu lechem, put bread. Right, equal this number 434. Right, so we talk about Yimach in the middle here, and in the surround leg is Shalom. Bread of peace. How he do peace with his brother that cursing, call him Yimach Shimo, with this bread that represents the body of Mashiach. Yosef represents the body of Mashiach usually, the father of Mashiach. Yosef, because we sold him, it's like he become Esav. He become like the other side. It's something Yaakov lost, belonged to Yaakov, but we lost it. So now we search it in the word of Esav. And Yosef was the adopt father of Jesus, right? He was his father. We call it Mashiach, son of Yosef. The word of as Ariel then did about he will say there בימים רבים לישראל and many days for Israel without אלוקי אמת וללא כהן מורה. The teacher Cohen. We have here the fig tree in the right order. It's very important. Right? We've been talking a lot about the fig tree. True and without a Cohen teacher, we have here the acronym of Te'ena. This forward equal 834. What is Cohen Gadol in filling letter? Kaf, Hey, Nun, Gimel, Dalet, Vav, Lamed. Cohen Gadol, big priest. The big priest.
The high priest.
The high priest, that is, we call it the big priest.
Right.
Now, interesting word that he will say in the continuation, right? You have only one prophecy, right? But it's an expression that is very identical to the donkey. He says, יש שכר לפעולתכם. יש שכר. Yisachar, the letter of Yisachar.
There is a reward.
It is a reward for your action. Asa was a very good king and he got to war. And Baruch Hashem, they win, they gain in the war. And the prophet encouraged them. It was a long time in Israel with not true God, teacher Cohen, and Torah. Okay? So he encouraged them to return to all this concept. And he said it is a payment, it is a reward for your action. This will this equal 1,500. But if you do Yud Ke Vav Ke, you multiply the letter one by one, you receive 1,500. Right? You do 10 times 5 times 6 times 5.
1,500.
You receive this gematria. And the Sheman, as another place in the Torah, that it is written Yisachar. In the prophecy of Yirmiyahu, Yirmiyahu 31, the verse 15 and 16. He will talk about Rachel Imenu, that she cried for her son that is not here. It's like one son that is not here with us anymore. It is written, Yesh Sachar Ulatech Na'um Hashem ושבו בנים מגבולה ושבו בנים מארץ אויב ושבו בנים מארץ אויב. It is a reward for your action, speech of God, and they will return the son from the land of the enemy. ויש תקווה, and it is a hope.
There is hope.
There is hope for your אחריתך.
For your future. For your end, for your future.
נאום, etc. And they will turn the sun to their גבולם, to their place. Right.
Borders.
Okay, so what is interesting here about the donkey, if you talk about the donkey, this is you. First of all, we have Yisachar, what is a donkey. Mm-hmm. After we have 5 letters that make the acronym of ושבו מארץ אויב. What are the acronyms of this word? Guess.
Which 3 words?
We have five words. What are the acronyms of these 5 words? You cannot guess? If it is a donkey here, it's Achar. What can be?
Chamor?
The acronym. Mil, Yon. Now we continue. אויב, ויש תקווה לאחריתך נאום. What this make? Million for who? Who have to receive the million?
You.
What are the acronyms here? La atom.
Allah. Wait.
La a ton.
What about the mem?
Mem, it's part of the million.
Oh, that's why I was confused.
I put one
I see.
line.
Okay. That was
It's
confusing.
5 words and 5 words.
Okay.
Each word is separately.
I see.
Where the first 5 words after Issachar is million, after the next 5 words is for the female donkey. Million l'atom. Yes, Issachar don't appear many times in the Bible. I think it's only 2 times. Okay. It's things we talked about in the past, but we kind of remember, think. Now, another thing we start to talk about, we talk about Emmanuel. Right? We say, Utsu, Eitza, Betufar. דברו דבר ולא יקום. כי עמנואל. Okay? Utsu Etzaitz, I use Utsu.
Come up with good advice. Think of advice.
Yeah. Utsu.
Give advice.
Yeah.
Give counsel.
Utsu is from the word Eitza, right? So, we say that דברו דבר ולא יקום, because Emmanuel, we say that דברו דבר ולא יקום equal conspiratia, equal Torah. And it will not happen, the conspiracy, because Emmanuel. We just forget to mention that Utsu Eitza Betufar equals 1017. That equal אם בחוקותיי תלכו. The beginning of the parasha בחוקותיי, we talked about the last time, one of the last lessons. Right, you remember we talked about the wave, the gal. We said that this equals 561. What is the triangle of 33 of the wave? You don't remember we talked about all this? In the parasha בחוקותיי, that is a 33 parasha in the Torah, right? And with the word תלכו, if you will go with my law, so what advice when we give about? What is the basic advice you can give about that God will be with us. We go according to the law of God. If you will go by my law, this is the best advice you can give, generally. When we go more to details, what exactly law we have to follow. So then you get to something that have to do with Emmanuel, with the Mashiach. It means all this depend in that God with us. If Mashiach with us, God with us. If Mashiach is not with us, God is not with us. This is the way it came out, because this is the name, Emmanuel. God with us. Right, so I mean, if...
is the acronym David.
Yeah, David with you.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so by the way, just complete, I think we talked about the last time. Now, one of the things that equal Emmanuel, expressions that appear in the first book of Shmuel, chapter 10, verse 22. נחבא אל כלים. When somebody is this equal Emmanuel. What is Cain plus Ariel? What is it refers to the first day of creation. In the first day of creation, the man think the main word that appear 5 times is the light. The light of all creation. It is 5 times the word light. Refer maybe to the 5 book of Torah, but it is written, I was said that says that God sees the light that is good, so they explain what it means is good. It's good to hide it. So where he hide the light? In the kelim. נחבא אל הכלים. נחבא אל הכלים is hiding to the vessel, it's expression to somebody that is modest. This is what the Torah says about Shaul, that he was a modest person. נחבא אל הכלים. He don't show himself. You know, he hide between all the vessel. Right. What he hide is light in the vessel. Yeah. Right. So this light of Emmanuel is hiding in the vessel. Now, which kind of vessel? There are many kind of vessels. You can say that is Cain and heaven, the peace between good and evil, both together, because this is a number of letter in the first day of the creation. Right? 197. First of all, let's see how we split this light to Cain and heaven. There are 2 possibilities to split it. We can split it to Cain, to Hevel and after Cain. And we can split it to Cain and after Hevel.
I wonder if the word cannibal comes from Cain and Hevel.
What?
I wonder if the word cannibal, cannibal, Cain heaven.
Well, Cain eat heaven.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so in the first day of creation, if we start with Evel, it means with the 37 letter, so it starts from the birth of Bereshit, until the taf of Tohu. בראשית ברא אלוקים את השמיים והארץ, והארץ הייתה תוהו. 37 letter. The taf of Tohu. And after, from the hay, until אחד, ויהי ערב ויהי בוקר יום אחד, after from hay to one, right? We have from bet to taf, and we have from hay to dalet. How much equal together? $411.
Yeah.
Right? What is two? The middle word here. What is Tohu? What is Elisha? What is Tevet, the month of Dan, the 10 months? Tohu is the 10 word in the Torah.
Right.
The chaos. Chaos is the holy, is the 10 month, is the holy one. The snake. Is the Dan, the month of Dan. Tevet is the 10 months and
right.
Equal Tohu, equal the same thing. Okay, so this equal Elisha. Tohu, chaos, is the prophet of Asaph, of chaos, of the word of the light of chaos. Now, if we start with Cain, and after we put Hevel, so it means we count Cain letter, 160 letter, and after 37. So the 160 letter will be the Aleph of Laor. And the starting of the other 37 will be the Vav of Laor, the light, to the light. So what word we receive? Avud, lost. We lost something. What we lost? The light of chaos. It was very big light. What referred to the light of Christianity. We lost this light in the breaking of the vessel. Tohu avud. Lost chaos. You know that avud equal echad. Right? Dash vav equal chet.
Right.
Echad. You know that Moshe, we talk about Mikra Avud, lost case. מקרה equal משה. אבוד is one. Together is Mashiach. But if this is what is תוהו אחד, או תוהו אבוד, זה משיח בן דוד. Lost chaos. Now, what is אחד? When you say Moshe אחד equal Mashiach, what we have to add to Moshe so he become Mashiach? It is written that אחד is Acronym of אליהו פלוס חנוך פלוס דוד. This is what we have to add to Moshe. אליהו, חנוך, דוד has the acronym of one, of אחד. How much equal these three work together? $495. No, yes, with Moshe. Moshe plus אליהו, חנוך, דוד is 495, what is אדם, מלאך, שטן. אדם זה א', זה element of the air, פלוס זה אנג'ל, זה element of water, פלוס זה element of fire, שטן. אמש, the three men mother. This is when you add to Moshe, אליהו, חנוך, דוד. And if I add these three concepts to Elisha, instead of Moshe, I will put Elisha plus אליהו, חנוך, דוד. אלישע אחד, I will receive 561. This is the number we talked last time, in בחוקותיי. Okay. Now, we said that this refer, or what we talk about refer to the five light. So we see a little bit more details about the five light of the creation. Maybe we will receive idea where he hides the light. So, 5 times light equal one of the verse, important verse of light in the book of Zechariah, Zechariah 14:7. והיה לעת ערב יהיה אור. והיה, and will be in the time of the evening, will be light. In the night will be light, the verse of Zechariah. Right? It's interesting. It's a prophet of the night, of the chaos. He talk about the light of the darkness. So this is 5 times light equal 1035, and equal this verse, Ariel. It's an important verse of light. We have here 5 words. It means the average value of each word is light. All the light of the first day will be revealed in the evening. This equal Adam time Chaya. It means it's a triangle of Adam. Adam, what is 40 time Chaya. Chaya is the original name of Eve. What is the middle point of Adam is 23. This is 45. The Chaya is the middle point of Adam. So we see that the Chaya has to do with the middle point. It's why Yishai, Sus, Shemesh is symmetric. Have to do with the middle point of the symmetry. The middle point of Adam. Alright, so this is triangle of 45. Is this number. The triangle of Lot, etc. We talk about this. It's 3 times Moshe. It's like all the size, the comma of the first man. The triangle of a person, it's like all his personality. It's a triangle. His natural existence, from up to down. Now, let's check the place where the word or appears in the creation of the world. In the creation of the world, in all the 6 days, 6 times the word or. It's another time that the word or appear, light appear, in Wednesday, in the creation of the sun and the moon and the star, right? So God created the sun and the moon to make a difference between the light and the darkness.
Day and night.
Day and night. Lavdil ben ha'or is the way it appears. So the first appearance of Or, Vayomer Elokim Yehi Or, is a 25 word Yehi will be light. It is written Yehi Or, and this is a 25. The Or is a 25 word, and is equal 25 equal Yehi.
Like Chanukah.
And have to do with Chanukah too. In the Torah we have 8 times the word Or altogether, so it refers to the 8 light of Chanukah. 8 times Or equal 2 times Yitzchak with all the filling letter of Yitzchak. Yitzchak in filling letter equal 8 times Or. So when you say Yitzchak in filling letter, the average value of each letter in filling letter is light. Light equal Pidyon Abem too.
Only 8 times in the whole Torah?
Yes, not in the Tanakh, in the Torah.
Torah? Really?
Yeah. Pidyon Abem, redemption of the firstborn of the son, equal light too. 207 is light. So the first appearance is the word 25, after 27, Yehi Or, Vayehi Or, and it was light. 27, a word. Vayar Elokim et Haor, Pitoom God saw that the light is good, etc. So this will be the 31. וההבדל אלוקים בין האור ובין החושך, so God, because it's good, so we make a difference between the light and the dark, with the 37 יחידה, word. ויקרא אלוקים לאור, God called to the light, day. It will be the 42. And after, in the Wednesday, he creates the sun and the moon to make the difference between the light. This will be the 260 word. How much equal together? $478, $2 million. This is the word of creation, the light of creation. So, very high the light of creation, $2 million. One of idea we can get about the light of and if we do the light with the other letter that came before, light is O, 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 so we have 40 more of them undergoing before. So now we have 1075. Like it Israel with the filling letter, and it's Anochi, I am the real one. It's I think we talk about Anochi, הגפן האמיתית. I am the real one. There are many things that equal this number. We talked about in the past. If you remember, we talked about ילד מסכן וחכם, a boy that is poor and wise, and a king that is old and stupid, מלך זקן וכסיל, and the second boy. These three concepts equal the same number 2. Now, if you write this in filling letter, אנוכי הגפן האמיתית. First of all, הגפן. פ', ג', פ', הגפן. This equal a number we saw before. Last season. 4 times Emmanuel. We've been talking about Emmanuel, right? That split to Cain and Hevel. This is 4 times Emmanuel. Four times 197. And this is 2 million, of course, with a big moon. חוכמה נסתרה. Hiding wisdom. I use חוכמה נסתרה.
The hidden wisdom.
This is what we call all the mystical wisdom, all the Kabbalah, chen in short. What is the acronym of חוכמה נסתרה, chen. Yod Chen, the ones that know Chen, the ones that know the secret of the Torah, you call them Yod A, the knowing of Chen, the knowing of the
knowers of Chen.
Yeah. It's David Batsheva, Shlom Bayit, the peace of the house, David Batsheva, that have the acronym of Ani, etc. It's a number we saw many times. So we do all the verse. I am divine ray. This equal 1680. So what is the average value of each word? There are 3 words. What is the average value of each word?
Average value. 560, yeah.
So we know this number already. Right? What else equals this number? רק כוס מים קרים לשם תמיד. This appears in Matthew chapter 10, verse 42. Jesus talks about who will give even only glass of cold water for the sake of the disciple. How much will be his reward? Alright, so Talmud, it's 484. So רק כוס מים קרים לשם תמיד equal 3 times Ariel Cohen Alloro. This is Ariel. If I take from here, with no רק, with no only, כוס מים קרים לשם תמיד equal 10 times plants, 10 times צמח, what is 20 times 69 or 2 times 690. This refers to the beast. This equal 30 times חיה, beast. Right? 5 times plants. 5 times plants. This is 10 times plants, this is 5 times plants. This is a beast that go up from the abyss. Refer to the Rabbi. It's Miriam in filling letter, and it Menachem Mendel Mashiach. So they are always connected together. The Rabbi, the Menachem and the plant. It's why Menachem equal plants. They are always connected together. So now, if I do just Rakos Mayim Karim, just this 4, it's 826, what is the Ariel infinite letter. Right? And if I do in Big Man Tzapach this verse, it means the name will become big. There are 3 men. How much I will receive? You don't know? You cannot calculate? What is the difference between a regular mem and a big mem?
$560.
Exactly. So we have 3 mem. So we receive 2 times this verse with no big mem. This verse with a big man tzapach equal 2 times this verse with no big man tzapach, and this become 2 times this number. This become 10 times Purim. 10 times white donkey. White donkey is a combination of the white horse and the black donkey. We call it the white donkey. Or the black horse. Both. But white donkey equal Purim. This is where we start the redemption of Purim, that they put Mordechai, the donkey, on top of the horse. Yeah. So it's a verse that we talked about in the past, but now we see the connection between another gematria, 3 times and 6 times this number. We have here 6 words. It means the average value of each word is 560. When we have big man tzapach. And this equal 6 times 560. When we talk about the secret of Yishai, we say that Yosef is between 2 concepts of porat, what is a vine, what is a geffen. It is a thing ben porat Yosef ben porat, etc. So you have Yosef in the middle of two mothers, and is the son of these 2 mothers. He's the son, he's the father. Always it can be switched. The son is the father. It's one of the principles of everything we teach. The stone. So this with a big nun and with a big pay, with a big man tzapar, equal 10 times Yosef Yitzchak. He will add Yitzchak 10 times. This is Cheshvan too. 364, right? חשוון זה מעטוף חשוון. חן אישה. Right? And if I write yes, instead of Ben Porat, I write Geffen, Yosef, Geffen, I'm going to say this number. That is 22 times 111. Times Even Chen, a gemstone. Right? 22 times the Trinity. And if I write in filling letter, this will word Geffen, Yosef, Geffen. What I receive? This year. תשפ"ג. Right? This our year. Another thing that equals this number that I don't remember if we mentioned, גופו של משיח, the body of משיח. גופו של משיח. There are two concepts. The body of Mashiach. So all this here have to do with the body of Mashiach. And it is another concept, דמו של משיח, the blood of משיח. דמו של משיח equal almost the same, 738. We just switch the order of this.
Is that a Jewish concept?
Yes, sir. This is Jesus. He gives the bread in the last meal, and he said, "This is my body." Gives the wine, and he said, "This is my blood." גופו של משיח, דמו של משיח. This is a 100% a pure Christian concept. Right. I mean, we know it from Christianity, not from This is a Mashiach Mamash. Mashiach plus horse and donkey. It's a number we talk about many times. 666 plus 66 plus 6. This Chamor ben Sus. It's expressions that appear in the Gemara. Chamor ben Chamor is 560. But Chamor, donkey, son of horse, equal this number. It's the way it is written in the Gemara. This expression. Donkey, son of horse. So how much is it together, these two numbers? What is this number? 39 square. God is one square. Hashem Echad. What? Hashem Echad is 3 times 1. The Trinity. Echad, Echad, Echad. Square. And this is all the possibility of the way to write Yud Kei Vav Kei in filling letter. There are 27 possibilities. Hey can be written Hey Aleph, Hey Hey, Hey Yud. Three possibilities. Vav can be written Vav Vav, or Vav Aleph Vav, Vav Vav, Vav Yud Vav. And again, three possibility of Hey, So it's 3 times, 3 times, 3 times. 3 in the power of 3, what is 27. So all the possibility together give this number that is God is 1 square. And this is these two numbers that is represent the unity between the body and the soul of each one of us. גופו של משיח, the body of Mashiach and the blood of Mashiach. When I do gematria, I use always the maximum way of filling letter. I write always the A like this and Vav like this. Always. But when we deal with the name of God, it taught me that we are not allowed to do gematria with filling letter with A like this or A like this. But I use, as a principle, I use only with Yud what refers to the Father, because I am attached to Mochin Da'aba. So I always use gematria with filling of Yud. The Tav can be written in 3 ways too. I write Tav always this way, Tav Yud Vav. So all the gematria I do.
Some people write Tav.
Yeah. There are 3 possibilities. Like Hey and Vav, the same thing. Pei we are not allowed. You could say that you can write Pei like this. Pei Aleph, Pei Hey, and Pei Yud. But we are not allowed to do it. There are deep explanation in Kabbalah why not. Okay, so Pei will write always like this. But there are 3 other letters that you can write in different way. And tzaddik too, you can write tzaddik like this. Well, this refers to tzaddik of chaos. And you can write tzaddik like this. I write always like this. It means with vessel. It's chaos with vessel of rectification. Tzadia, it's chaos. ואז הייתה תוהו ובוהו. ואז הייתה צדיה ורקניה. צדיה, tzid, the hunting of Esav is
chaos
tzid.
and void.
Right, so tzaddik with no yud, it's a tzaddik of chaos. I like chaos, but all the idea of that the chaos will be in vessel of rectification. And the concept of kelim, vessel, equal 100, equal kuf.
Right. Maybe the chaos has to do with tzadi is like hunting.
The hunting of Esav, it have to do with, all the concept of Esav have to do with chaos. And he liked him because he's tzid. Tzid equal to time Eliyahu. It's referred to Elisha that receives twice of the spirit of Eliyahu Hanavi. Right. So Eliyahu like Elisha because Elisha represents his double spirit.
Right.
The hunting of Esav is what Elisha represents. Now we continue with Cain and Hevel. What happens if we do Cain plus Hevel in Cain in big months apart? Cain with a big nun plus Hevel. Cain plus Abel is Emmanuel. And Cain and Emmanuel, if you split it to two halves, like we explained in filling letter, you receive the light of Jesus. Right? We talk about this. Or Yeshu. Emmanuel. This in filling letter you receive Jesus, and this in filling letter you receive Or, 207. ותקרא שמו יששכר. She called him Yisachar has the acronym of Jesus, and the last letter is Or. The light of Jesus. Now we see why we like so much the donkey. Yisachar חמור גרם, יששכר חמור גרם. Start with Yud, finish with Mem, and the middle letter is Chet. What makes the word Yimach? His name is Yimach, Yimach Shmo. Etc. Okay, so Emmanuel is the secret of Cain plus Abel. Now we do Cain and plus Abel with a big nun, we count the nun 700 instead of 50. We receive
847.
What?
847?
Yes. Yes. It will be 7 times Hinani. 7 times this number to talk about. Hinani, Ariel. Right? To talk about this number. The last session. Me is the middle point of 121 or 61. So Hinani, Hine equals 60. Hinani, here I am, equal Peli. Right? The angels that came to Manoach came especially to his wife, and finally Manoach saw him too, right? So Manoach asked him, give us your name, so if what you tell us will be fulfilled, we can respect you. It's like he proposing to do idolatry to the angel. Yani, if you give me, I give you too. I give you a sacrifice. Wow, we can respect you. Right. So the angel said, why you ask my name? And my name is Peli, or Pili, the way we will say it in modern Hebrew. Pili means wonder.
Wondrous.
Right, it's something that causes you to be like this. Right?
Fascinating.
Yeah. So this is a Pele plus a Yud. 111 plus 10 plus a Yud. This is so like we say, Ani is the two middle point of what you call cross, the two middle point of Ariel, of 242. If we split 242 to 2 times 121, because 242 don't have a middle point. So here the middle point will be 61, and here the middle point will be 61. So together it's cross, meaning okay, so we say that this is 847. What if we have with this number? Now we see different things, and we will talk about each one of the things that equal this number. We see different concepts. Each one of them we will analyze in the continuation of this. Vayelech, David, Alloro, והשם צבקות עמו. One thing that equals this number, that David he walk, the expression
he grew.
Vayelech, David going and biggest. I mean, it's expression that he become big and big.
Right.
Big, great and great. This verse in Chronicles 1, 11, 9. We have 7 words here. And the average value of each word is 121. Right? Only this part with big mansapach equal 10 times chen chen, 10 times yinon. And this part, the Hashem tzvakot imo, I don't write the name of God. How you say Hashem tzvakot?
The Lord of hosts is with him.
Yeah, so this in order number equal 160. Chen chen, yinon. This is 10 times yinon, this is 1 time yinon. Here we don't have the possibility to do big mansapach. There are no final letter of mansapach. Okay, so you can say that you do all of them in big mansapach. No one like this and one like this. But in regular gematria, this 7 word equal 847. Another thing that equal this number, that is interesting number, interesting verse. ומוצא חן ושכל טוב בעיני אלוקים ואדם. One of the nice verse of Chen. This is in Mishlei 3, verse 4. How many words do we have here? 7. 7 words. The average value of each word is 121. And we use this verse in the end of Birkat Hamazon. Right? ממרום ילמדו עליו ועלינו זכות שתהיה למשפט שלום נישא ונמצא חן ושכל טוב בעיני אלוקים ואדם. ממרום ילדו עליו ועלינו זכות שתלים לתמרת שלום, ונישא ברכה מאת השם, וצדקה מאלוקי ישענו, ונמצא חן ושכל טוב בעיני אלוקים ואדם. From above, there we learn about him. Who is him? עלינו equal ינון. חן חן. Who is him? We ask in the end of the prayer, after all the Rachaman, we have a Rachaman, the mercy one,
the merciful one.
The merciful one. And we ask 8 requests that according to Kabbalah start from the Malchut, from the kingdom and go up. The last one of Arachaman, the first one, הוא ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד, right?
Yeah.
So it's kingdom.
Right.
הוא יתברך, he will be blessed in heaven and earth. זה יסוד, כי כל בשמיים ובארץ. זה יסוד, always make connection between heaven and earth. After the last one of Arachaman, he will bless my father, Avi Umori, and my mother. So this is Chochmah and Binah. This is both of them. And Mimarom go to from above, now it's like something else that is referred to the crown, according to Kabbalah. So you go from Malchut to crown.
Wow.
The intention here now that we are asking this request from the crown. And nobody asks the question, who is him?
Right. Well, we say them. במרום ילמדו עליהם ועלינו.
In the Siddur of Chabad is written, ממרום ילמדו עליו, on him, ועלינו זכות, a merit. From above they will learn about us, about him, and about us, זכות. I use זכות.
Merit.
A merit. That will be למשפט שלום, that will be saving for peace,
right.
as a peace, something that we keep for the sake of peace.
Yeah.
Let's write all the blessings. ממרום ילמדו עליו ועלינו זכות שתהא מרת שלום נישא ברכה מאת. What are the acronyms of here? במשמרת שלום ונישא ברכה מאת as a peace guard.
בשלום.
בשלום. $2 million. In the beginning of my book, I wrote this as a prayer. I start my book in the page before the book starts. I write a page of a prayer, I call it תפילה לקבצן. קבצן is Ariel. A prayer for the beggar. For the beggar, it means from the beggar. תפילה לקבצן.
Prayer of the beggar.
What is ותשאל לך? The same gematria. You ask for yourself. ותשאל לך appear in Acronyms 2:1:11. You ask for yourself, ותשאל לך. So ותשאל לך equal, right, we are in the era of asking. ותשאל לך equal תפילה לקבצן, and I wrote this prayer. And I added something, we will get to this. וצדקה מאת השם, וצדקה and charity. ברכה מאת השם, blessing from God, and charity from the God of our salvation. ברכה מאת השם וצדקה מאלוהי ישעו, it is written originally. Right? This is in Tehillim, Song 24:5. They took it from there. יישא ברכה מאת השם. Here we write ונישא. Right? We change the two words. וצדקה מאלוקי
the God of our salvation.
Yes. And we will find ונמצא, originally הומצא, now it's a verse that we saw before in the Gematria.
Right. We will find
instead הומצא and find. ונמצא חן ושכל טוב בעיני אלוקי ואדם. Now I add to this. This is in Mishle chapter 3:4. הומצא חן ושכל טוב בין אלוקים ואדם. Not exactly like this. But I add another verse, וגם כל העם הזה על מקומו יבוא בשלום. This is in השמות, in Exodus 18:23. And all these people too, they will come to their place in peace, בשלום, with the $2 million. וגם כל העם הזה על מקומו יבוא בשלום. וגם כל העם הזה על מקומו יבוא בשלום. So we've heard בשלום and we've heard the acronym of בשלום. So this prayer appear in the beginning of my book, and the reason I put it, because this word. Because it's like I ask a prayer that they will learn about him, about Mashiach, about Jesus, and on us. A merit that will be as משמרת שלום, and we will carry blessing from God and charity from God of our salvation, and we will find chen, we'll find grace and good sechel, good mental.
Good, yeah.
We will please
mental capacity
to the eyes of the people, of God and Adam. You know, sometimes it's very, you please God, but you don't please the people. Like is the situation today with most of the religion, right? They want God, but the people don't like them. Most of the people, right? It means they don't realize this prayer, that it's very important to please people. just people, simple, to please them too, not only to do what God tells you to do. It's like two opposite things. And this is really all the wisdom is to be able to connect these two opposite things, to please God and man. our sages say, כל שרוח הבריות נוחה ממנו, רוח המקום נוחה ממנו. Each one that the רוח הבריות, the spirit of the people, בריות is simply people, is נוחה ממנו, is comfortable for him, with him. The spirit of God is comfortable with him too. God like you if you like, if the people like you.
Right.
It's like two opposite things. How can we do this? This is all the idea. Because really all the people around is a reflection of God himself. Okay, so other things that equal this number, 847, is matevakes. What you search for. It says that levakesh, it's not only to ask for something, it's to search for something. And Yosef was searching for his brother, right? Yaakov sent him to see the peace, to see how are his brother, right? So he went there and he searched them. So then he met a person. Our said that this was the angel Gabriel, and the angel Gabriel asked him, "Ma tevakesh, what you ask for?" Okay, so the same he met here. Ma tevakesh. The verse is וימצאהו איש באמת finding והנה טועה בשדה. He is lost in the file, in the field.
He's wandering in the field.
והאיש עלהו, האיש equal Jesus. The man asked him, לאמור, to say, מה תבקש? What you asking for? What you searching for? So the first part here, until here, equal what is יששכר חמור גרם. יששכר חמור גרם. במח. And the other part is 1972. וישאלו וישאלהו. Start with the letter of Jesus. וישאלהו האיש לאמור, what you ask for, what you search for. So this number 1972 equal equal the beginning of the verse we saw before, וילך דוד הלוך וגדול. David he become big and bigger.
He was growing
וילך, בטוש ביגמן צפח. דוד הלוך וגדול. With Bigman Tzapach, with Bigman Tzapach, this is quite the same thing. And this equal a very important verse, the end of all the prophecy in the Bible, right, in the book of Malachi. הנה אנוכי שולח לכם. Now it's not this verse, it's a similar verse. הנה אנוכי שולח אתכם כשלוח כבשים בין זאבים. Here I send you, it starts with the same three word, like sending sheep between wolf. In Matthew, this appears 2 times in the New Testament, this verse. This appears in Matthew 10:16 and in Lucas 10:3.
So it's not Malachi.
מה?
You said Malachi.
הנה אנוכי שולח אתכם כשלוח כבשים בין זאבים. הנה אנוכי שולח את אליה הנביא. This is Malachi. Yeah, but it's not this verse. I will connect it to the other verse because both start with the same three words. הנה אנוכי שולח. The word that make connection of these two verses to the word to this phrase in Malachi, it's the three word. הנה, let's write it. הנה אנוכי שולח אתכם כשלוח כבשים בין זאבים. Here I send you this three word, הנה אנוכי שולח. If I write this in filling letter, and I write the filling letter in filling letter again, and I write it again in filling letter, and I write it again, in the 6th generation, it means 5 times I write it in filling letter. In the 6th generation, I will receive the gematria of 1972. That is reward. You know what I mean generation? Each one that I do another filling letter, it's like another generation.
Right.
Filling letter or filling letter or filling letter or filling letter or filling letter of הנה אנוכי שולח. Equal all the verse. הנה אנוכי שולח אתכם כשלוח כבשים בין זאבים. It means these three words contain all the verse. And these three words make a connection with the 2 times it is written in the Bible, הנה אנוכי שולח. It is in פרשת משפטים, הנה אנוכי שולח מלאך לפניך לשמוך בדרך. Here I send you an angel to keep you in the way. And in the end of the prophecy in the Bible, הנה אנוכי שולח את אליה הנביא לפני בוא יום השם הגדול והנורא וישיב, etc. Right? So in Malachi, in the end, the chapter 3, verse 22, he will say, Zichu Torat Moshe Avdi, remember the Torah of Moshe my servant, that I order him in Chorev, Al Kol Yisrael, that I ordered him in Chorev, right in the mountain of Sinai, for all Israel, Chukim u'Mishpatim, law and rules. Chukim usually it's above logic, Mishpatim it's things that have logic. This is the way usually they explain the two difference between these two things. So it's interesting that this verse equal הנה זכרו תורת משה עבדי, זכרו תורת משה my servant, אשר ציוויתי אותו בחורב על כל ישראל, חוקים ומשפטים. This equals 4646. What is a Malachi time Eliah? Malachi is the way Malachi called Mashiach. Right?
Calls Mashiach Eliah?
Malachi, 1501, time Eliah. He called אליהו הנביא אליה. הנה אנוכי שולח את אליה.
He's referring to the Mashiach?
No Malachi, he called Mashiach Malachi. In the beginning of chapter 3, he said, שולח מלאכי לפניך, ופינה הדרך לפניי. Okay? Here I send my angel before me.
For you.
הנני שולח מלאכי לפניך, before you, and he will clean the way.
He will pave the way.
Yeah. It's like Eliyahu that came before Mashiach to prepare the way.
Right.
Okay, so now what is interesting here is the only other place what appear הנה אנוכי שולח in the Bible, it's in פרשת משפטים. So, הנה אנוכי שולח equal משפטים. After this, he right away go to הנה אנוכי שולח לכם את אליה הנביא, etc. So, משפטים equal הנה אנוכי שולח equal אלישע הנביא, and Elisha the prophet. So who is sent before Mashiach? He sent Eliyahu הנביא or he sent Elisha? If Eliyahu will become Mashiach, so he sent Elisha. It's all relative.
Right.
And this equal nar katon, a small teenager. It's expressions that appear, I think 5 times in the Bible, and it's all subject, the nar katon. It's a one class by himself to learn about the concept of nar katon, especially in Yeshayahu chapter 11, it talks about all the animal in the future that will be Ariel.
Living in harmony.
All the animal living in harmony.
Yeah.
And one narkaton lead them. נוהג בה, ונרקתון נוהג בה. כן. נוהג equal חן. So this is 479, right? אלישע זה פרופט, הנה אנוכי שולח, משפטים. How much you call this in order number? This is. And the verse in Parashat Mishpatim, הנה אנוכי שולח מלאך לפניך לשמורך בדרך. Here I send you, I send an angel in front of you to keep you in the way. How much equal this in order number? Same thing.
Wow.
And the verse in Malachi, הנה אנוכי שולח לכם את אליה הנביא, לפני בו יום השם הגדול והנורא, equal, let's write it, הנה אנוכי שולח לכם את אליה הנביא, לפני בו יום השם הגדול והנורא. Here I send you Elia Hanavi before the coming of the day of God, the big and the terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible, it means it's not terrible, but
awesome.
it's
the great and awesome day.
Nora, it's from the word yir'ah.
Yeah.
It means it causes us fear, holy fear,
Yeah.
not fear of punishment. Okay, Nora. It's Hebrew more than when you say Nora, it means terrible.
Right.
But terrible here, it's a good sense of terrible. Nora. It means when I see him, I do this. Wow, you know, I run away. I run away from it. It means it's scary. So great that it's scary. So this equal 1661. What is 11 times? Chen chen la. And he will והשיב לב אבות על בנים, he will bring back the heart of the father to the son, and the heart of the son to the father. Now if it's not going to work, פן אבוא והכיתי את הארץ חרם. If not, I will come and I will eat the land חרם. חרם, it's like a taboo, it's like a curse. It's the letter of חמור. It's the letter of מחר, of tomorrow. חרם, מחר, חמור. Right? So, Eliyahu will come, and if he's not going to work, he will not make peace in the world, I will send the donkey. And he will turn the curse to blessing. חרם, it's like יימח שמו, it's a חרם. Malach in order number, angel equal Jesus in order number, equal יחידה, equal hevel. Another thing that equal Elisha Navi, Dan Gur Aryeh, Dan, baby lion. In the blessing of Dan, in the blessing of Moses, in Dvarim, Moshe call Dan Gur Aryeh.
A lion cub.
Yeah. Alright, so Dan is a lion too, like Judah.
Right.
And like a God. Dan Gur Aryeh. Equal Ir HaTzedek, one of the name of Jerusalem, the city of justice, right. In Yeshayahu 1:26, and it's Nar Katon. The main concept of Nar Katon that we will talk maybe with Gadeb in the next session. This one to explain association that came from the verse of the angel ask Yosef what you are asking for, what you are searching for. Right? He searched his brotherhood, his brother. He searched the brotherhood. Another thing that equals the number 847, right, beside what we just said, Matevakesh, is God said to Abraham, don't worry. Anochi Magen, I protect you. Schachar הרבה מאוד. Your payment is very big. What kind of payment he talk about? I will give you Moshe, or I will give you Shlomo. It has the acronym of Shlomo, what is Moshe too. Anochi. Magen. Lach. Your reward is very big with Moshe. And if we add this word, Lach, Chachar B'mod with Shlomo, what is Le Moshe, for Moses. Right. Who care about his payment? It's a donkey. It's Avram, right? Now, another thing that we're talking about Cain plus Evel with Big Man Tzapach, 847. So another thing that equal Cain plus Evel על דברי הספר הנמצא. About what is talking in the book that was found. Right? This is the story about the books that was found in the temple by Chilkiyahu the priest, and Shaphan will read the book. So this is about the book that was found. This is in Melachim King 2, 22:13. What is the last letter here? Ariel.
Oh.
In French. In French, they call me Ariel. But it's the four different letters of Ariel, because the Aleph repeats himself 2 times. Okay. Now we talk a little bit more about the book that was found. Where it was found, the book, הנמצא בית השם, equal יצחק משיח חן. The book that was found in the house of God. It is written 4 times in the Bible, הנמצא בית השם, that equal יצחק משיח חן, 624. 3 times have to do with money, with silver and gold. And 1 time they find something that's even better of silver and gold. They find a book. Right? This all the 4 times that in the time of the king Jehoash, right? They did what you call bedek habayit, you know, all kind of reparation in the temple. So then they collect money to do it. So then when they saw that in the Aron it is a lot of money, how you say Aron, in the
closet?
In the closet, in the place.
In the ark?
A special place to put money, not as the Aron, not in Kodesh HaKodashim.
In the safe?
Yeah. והיה על סופר המלך, the writer of the king and the big priest, ויצורו וימנו את הכסף, they count the money, הנמצא בית השם. So here we have the word that came before, הנמצא בית השם is הכסף, the money. Now the second time it's with אחז. ויקח אז אחז את הכסף ואת הזר נמצא בית השם ובאוצרות בית המלך וישלח למלך אשור שוחד. אחז take all the silver and gold that was in the house of God and in the treasure of the king, and he sent to the king of Ashur, Shochad.
Right, bribery.
Right. So this is the first verse was in King 2, 12:11, with the story about Jehoash. Now with Achaz, this is in King 2, 16:8, right? Now, ויתן חזקיהו את כל הכסף הנמצא בית השם ובאוצרות בית המלך. Now it's a story about חזקיה that give all the money before this great הזהב. Now we have again הכסף. What was the story with חזקיהו? Chizkiyahu was the son of Achaz, so the enemy there in this time was still Ashur. In the time of Chizkiyahu, the king of Ashur destroyed the kingdom of the north. but Chizkiyahu was worried from him, so he told him, whatever you want, I give you. So he asked him 300 kikar kesef. Kikar kesef equal donkey. Kikar kesef. And 30 kikar zahav. And after he's writing that he took all the money, all the silver that are in the house of God. Okay, so the last word that is hakesef again. And after they find the book in the time of Yeshayahu, Vayal HaMelech Bet Hashem, the king go to the house of God, V'chol ish Yehuda and all the people of Yehuda and the citizen of Jerusalem and the priest and the Levites, V'chol ha'am migadol v'ad katan, and all the people from the biggest and the small, ויקרא באוזניהם את כל דברי ספר הברית, and he read in their ears all the divrei, the word of the book of alliance that was fine, that is fine, הנמצא, that is fine,
found
in the house of God. All these verses in order number equal 2 times Yeshua in filling letter, by the way. So the expression is now divrei ספר הברית הנמצא בית השם. This in דברי הימים 2, the Chronicles 2, 34-30. דברי ספר הברית, in filling letter, ד' ב' ר' י' סמך פ' ר' the word of the book of the Alliance. Our sages said that this was the book of Dvarim. So just דברי ספר הברית, the filling letter, equal 10 times his name. Shmo. 10 times his name. In the past I did the gematria of all the 7 heads of the beast in a way that equal this number, if you remember. But I was cheating a little bit. Why I was cheating? I wrote Abad Shem Tov Alloro Azaken Rabbi Nachman Breslev Harav Kook Cohen Arabi יצחק גינזבורג, אריאל כהן אלורו. Instead of Ariel Cohen Alloro, I wrote plant. And instead of Rav Kook Cohen, I wrote just Rav Kook, and then I received this number. It's not very good. Now what happens if I write it this way? I receive this number. It equals 7 times Mashiach ben Yosef. Seven times Mashiach ben Yosef. Mashiach ben Yosef is a יחידה, זה יחידה, it's a surround like that, contain all, everything inside of earth. Alright, so the average value of each name is Mashiach ben Yosef. Even you have here different concepts. You have here Eliyahu Navi, you have Cohen Tzedek, you have Mashiach ben David, but it's all Jesus, Mashiach ben Yosef. So I think it's better gematria of putting plant instead of my name. Right? It's better gematria. And we add a Cohen to Rabbi Kook. So who I skip here? Yeah, we have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This will fade away. When something is not 100% good, so you keep working on it, right? Until you find something that is much better. 7 times exactly the average value of each one of them. Mashiach ben Yosef is much better gematria. So like we said, דברי הספר החתום, דברי ספר הברית, infilling letter equal 10 times his name. His name is the average value between Yeshu, Esav, and Yeshu. Right? The average value of both of them. הברית, the book of alliance, דברי ספר הברית, הברית equal Ariel שלמה, זה alliance. מלאך זה אנג'ל of the alliance, מלאך הברית equal חן. מלאך הברית זה the way מלאכי כל זה משיח, מלאך הברית. equal 708. חן with the big note. Now we talk about the book of the alliance. הנמצא בית השם זה equal יצחק משיח חן. על דברי הספר הנמצא הוא says that על דברי הספר הנמצא equal 847. but just דברי הספר הנמצא, דברי הספר, the word of the book that was found, דברי הספר הנמצא, was only Ari, a lion. The word of the book that was found equal 747. That is Yeshua הנוצרי. Yeshua הנוצרי. Yeshua is a Christian. That is Moshe ben Amram. Moshe son of Amram, and is Moshe איש האלוקים. Moshe is the man of God. Moshe איש האלוקים. And he called ברכת כהנים, the blessing of the priest. ברכת כהנים. ברכת כהנים. But we are in the year of the book of ויכתוב משה, משה wrote, equal 783, right? It's a year of... הספר הנמצא Infinite Letter הספר הנמצא, the book that was found in Infinite Letter equal 242 it's Ariel, but with 1000 it's like Alloro with a big Aleph, right? Alloro equal 243. So originally, really, the name was Alloro, but the Arab used to add to any name So this become in the end, this become Alloro. So it's like Ariel, Cohen, Ariel, because Alloro equal Ariel too. But the name today, for the last few hundred years, is Alloro. It's not Alloro anymore. It's something that came from Italy, I think, that have to do with it's a symbol of priesthood of kingdom in ancient Italy. Somebody told me. I don't remember exactly the details. So we have before הנמצא בית השם, we have every time different concept. We have הכסף, הזהב, and the Book of Alliance. They together equal 1,306. Which is 2 times 653. $653 is the prime number 120. What is Eliyahu Navi? It's like we have 2 times Eliyahu Navi. What is the secret of Elisha and the secret of Amalek? This equal Alma de Shikra plus Alma Bishop. It's Alma means the word of lie plus the word of truth. It's 2 witnesses. the word of lie equal Christianity, Natsrut. 746, what is the secret of Chem, of the infinite? We have two witnesses. Alma Dekshot equal 560. We have the two witnesses that make connection between 560 and Christianity. Lie and true, both. There are nice things that equal this number beside this. You know that in Sanhedrin, I think in 98, appear four names of Mashiach. Menachem, Shiloh, Yinon, Chanina. Four names of Mashiach that have the acronym of Mashiach. If I write them in symmetry, Chanina plus Yinon plus Shiloh plus Menachem plus Shiloh plus Yinon plus Chanina. Right? The seven head of the beast. Mashiach. Right? We have Mashiach in symmetry. Mashiach. This equal this number, 1,306. And if I write, I do the same thing with Mashiach Yitzchak Chen. Chen plus Yitzchak plus Mashiach. Plus Chen plus Mashiach plus Yitzchak plus Chen. Right? The same thing. Equal the same. Chen Erko, his value is Chen. Chen, which says that this represents Pnimiuta infinite letter Chen Erko. Chet, Yud, Nun, Ayin, Resh, Kaf, Vav, Chen Erko, infinite letter, equal the same number. This was Chen Erko, it's appearing in Eov, right? We talk about this. And it's a Mea Sha'arim, infinite letter. 100 gates. It's expression that appear in the New Testament. Right? It's one that one will see 100 gates, another 160, another 130. It's another three number we have to talk about. Right? We didn't talk about. So Mea Sha'arim infinite letter, Mem, Aleph, Pei, Shin, Ayin, Resh, Yud, Mem, Mea Sha'arim. 100 gate equals 666, but 100 gates in infinite letter equal this number. And 100 get it's like 2 times 2 mother. It's like 2 times Yitzchak. Right? Yitzchak is half of Kuf, Chatzi Kuf. Yitzchak. Chatzi, half Kuf, half of 100.
Right.
It means it's 50. The same letter. Right? Chatzi Kuf. So, Kuf, 100 is 2 times Yitzchak. Sharim equal crown. 20, the same letter of 20. And crown equals the filling letter of Yitzchak. So when you say 100 Sharim, it's like you say 100 crown, it's like you say 100 fulfillment of Yitzchak. It's like 100 Yitzchak. If I do together, הכסף הנמצא בית השם, the money that was found in the house of God, plus the gold that was found in the house of God, plus the money that was found in the house of God, plus the book of Ariel that was found in the house of God, I will receive 5,242. ספר הברית, in order number, equal הנמצא בית השם, in order number, equal 111. It's the same גימטריה. ספר הברית equal הנמצא בית השם. ספר הברית הנמצא בית השם, so it's 111, 111, in order. In the continuation of this verse of what it is written, דברי ספר הברית הנמצא בית השם, it is written דברי הספר הזה. The word of this book, דברי הספר הזה. In the same verse, in the continuation of the same verse, that equal 578, what is מפתח הגאולה, the key of redemption, מפתח הגאולה, העיל השני אל המילואים, the second, how you say העיל?
The second ram?
אל המילואים, the ram of, when they prepare...
The ram of inauguration.
When they prepare...
the temple service.
Yeah. אל המילואים, העיל השני, it's like Eliah, the second Eliyahu Navi. It refers to who it refers. Who is the second Eliyahu? Elisha. Is Eliah. The second Eliah, Eliah sheni hamat equal. Elisha. But העיל השני אל המילואים equal this number, 700 578. הנחש הקדמוני זה...
The primordial snake.
But here we write הנחש הקדמוני with ו'. הנחש הקדמוני. It is written in the Bible, הנחש הקדמוני, 3 times with no vowel and 3 times with vowel. Okay, so if it is not with vowel, it's 572. You remember the number we talk about, 572. When you write 2 times vowel to 560. To make the correction that you lost a vowel, you add 2 vowel, right? It's a חזיר מעלה גרה. A חזיר that
chews its cud.
חזיר מעלה גרה. גרה equal יצחק. You put יצחק up. יקום אבי. Get up, my father. Be king. Stand on your legs. Is a 2 times 17 square, טוב בריבוע. What is טוב ברע and רע בטוב. טוב ברע, right, it's expression. לא ימירנו טוב ברע או רע בטוב. If you decide to give a charity, a certain fruit or a certain cow, don't change a bad one with a good one or a good one with a bad one. Good in evil or evil in good. רע בטוב. What is interesting is that טוב ברע, good in evil, equal טוב square, and רע בטוב equal טוב square. It means the perfection of good.
Oh, well, it's the same letters.
Yeah, of course. But the idea is that the perfection of good is the good that are in evil, or the evil that are in the good. This is what makes the perfection of good, because a square is a perfection. It's a perfection of good. It's not a perfection of evil, it's a perfection of good. טוב ברע או רע בטוב לא ימירנו, we will not. You don't switch between them. And is the average value between the 2 languages of the redemption, פקוד יפקוד, what Yosef said, and פקוד פקדתי, what Moshe said. In the future and in the past, the average value between these 2 languages is this number, key of redemption. Now, if I do the gematria of טוב ברע או רע, good in evil or, this verse in Vayikra 27:10. טוב ברע או רע, and I don't put just evil, what I will receive. Mashiach ben Yosef. The coming of Mashiach ben Yosef is the good in the evil, or something bad. It can become something bad. Bad for the Jews if they didn't receive it, right? Because they might not receive it. Because it's a good in the evil too. And the good in the evil of the evil, they might think that it's evil. All right. טוב ברע, it's like יעקב in עשיו. יעקב בעשיו, right? יעקב בעשיו. או עשיו ביעקב. How much equal יעקב בעשיו? 560. או עשיו ביעקב. About the teenager is mentioned 5 times in the Bible, nar katan. There are five different places in the Bible with nar katan. The first time it's a meeting, a secret meeting between David and Jonathan. Jonathan took a small kit with him and he froze the chitzim.
He's shooting arrows.
And he said to the nar katan, no, you are far, it's not there. So then David understand that he cannot come back to the house of Saul. Saul want to kill him. It was like a secret way to tell him that it's not yet time. It's like he tell him it's not the time for the coming of Mashiach. You didn't find the chitzim that make a connection between Mashiach ben Yosef and Mashiach ben David. What is the secret of the cross, right? You cut the cycle to 2. It's like I shoot you an arrow and then you realize that you are only half. Chetz is chetzi, is half, right? Like half Yitzchak. So you need me. Yaakov realized in the secret of the Eglah Arufa, it's like to cut the cycle to 2, that is only half. You need this other half. It's like the other half of the apple. The 2 apple is what you call the 2 cheeks of a rechanpin, the light of the face. Tren tapochin kadishin. Right? So it's like 2 half of apple. Or 2 apple. The nar katan imo and a small kit with him equals 601. What is Moshe plus Aaron? What is the number that represents the average value of all the 41 generations? You remember the special number of the 41 generation. Right, from 46 to 1681. The average value of all these 41 numbers is 601. What is the prime number 111? 601 is prime number 111. And equal Moshe plus Aaron, what is 41? What is the acronym of 41? Moshe Aaron, Aaron Moshe. Second time, it's the Sof Shlomo about himself. Vanochi nar katon. How much equal Vanochi nar katon? Vanochi nar katon. 566. Mashiach ben Yosef. Mashiach ben Yosef. I'm just a small kids. Lo edat set vavo. I don't know to go out and to come in. All the verse equal 2 times Jerusalem. 1172. The third time, Ve'adar nar Satan, Narkaton. In Kings 1, 11, 17. This equal Yiftach. יחי המלך שלמה, 498. What was the story with this Narkaton? This was a Domic small kid. In the middle of the story about Shlomo, it is written, Shlomo started to be not right in the end of his day, because he built a place of idolatry for all his wife, for the god of his wife, right? Mm-hmm. So when God bless Shlomo, before it's happened, he would say, אני אהיה לו לאב והוא יהיה לי לבן. I will be for him as a father and he will be for me as a son. אשר that when בהאבותו, if we do wrong thing, והוכחתיו בשבט אנשים ובנגעי בני אדם. It means it is a possibility that I will have to punish him with בשבט אנשים, with sticks of people, and with nig'ei, like sickness of בני אדם. This is a verse in Shmuel Bet 7 Yud Now, so it's like God said that it's possible that Shlomo will be a sinner. It's a future possibility. And for this thing, God established against him 3 Satans, 3 people that will be against him. About 2 of them it is written that they call them Satan in the Bible. The first Satan was Hadad Adomi, Hadad Narkatan, this small kids Hadad Adomi. The second one was Razon ben Eliada. Hadad Adomi appeared in Kings 1, 14, 11. Razon ben Eliada appeared in the same verse, in the same chapter 23. And it will be, of course, the story about Yerovam ben Nevat. Okay? The gematria of the 3 of them is Beshalom, with a big man. 938. And in order number, the number of the 3 is a donkey, Chamor. Hadad. Razon ben Eliada and Yerovam ben Nevat. Now, what is the story about Hadad? Yoav in the it's a preparation that God do all still in the time of David. It means it's like God knows that Shlomo will sin. He knows it from the beginning. Still, he will punish like a father punish his son, because he call him his son. He's like his son. So the Edomics revolts in the time of David, and they kill many Jews there. It's not, the story didn't appear exactly what's happened there, but it is written that Yoav, after his war in the north, he go to Edom and he killed all the male there. And he will bury the Israel people that was killed by Edom, and then he will kill all the male of Edom. And somebody from the king's house, a small kids, managed to run away to Egypt. And he became like a son to Pharaoh, and he married a princess there. It's an old story. It's like a story about Moses that grew up in the house of Pharaoh. And then at a certain time, he will ask Pharaoh to come back to his people. Pharaoh was not happy. He said, what, you have everything. He will come back and he will cause trouble to Shlomo. But the Torah didn't tell us what kind of trouble it is. They just said that God create a Satan against Shlomo. Right. And after we talk about another Satan, it's the simplest, about Razon ben Eliada. Razon ben Eliada, it's somebody, it's like the story of David. It's somebody that revolt against the king of Aram in Damascus. And he will become a king of Aram, and he will cause trouble to Shlomo. Still, we don't know what kind of trouble he caused, what he did exactly. Huh? But like the beginning of the falling of the kingdom of Shlomo start in the end of his day, and it is preparation about this before. It's like the Torah had a story about these two people in the middle of the story about Shlomo, and this story start with the time of David. So like David revolt against Shaul, the same thing, Razon ben Eliada revolt against the kingdom that was before him. So the idea here is that in the moment we are not all right, what's supposed to happen in holiness happens the same thing out of holiness. It's like God established a Moshe story that grew up in the house of the king of Egypt, and the story of David. The two characters of Mashiach against the holiness. The two kind of character. Mm-hmm. Character of Moshe, and character that came from Edom, and character of David that came from Aram. He revolted against Adad Ezer, the king of Tzova. Now, this was the third time we have Narkaton. The fourth time is about Naaman, right? That Naaman, right, he was ill by Elisha. He go to the Jordan, he baptized 7 times in the water of the Jordan. He had leprosy, and his flesh became like a flesh of Narkaton. In the past we talk a lot about this Naaman, how we have to do with the Rabbi Melubavitch. It's the same, it's parallel. And the fifth time, what is the most important time, what we are going to talk about it, we've got the next time, it's the Narkaton Noeg Bam. one small kids conduct them in Yeshayahu 11:6. נוהג בם. נוהג איתכם. Right? Bam is 42. Together it's 100. 58 letter is the letter of what you call מעשה מרכבה, of the inner name of the ספירות, the 30 name. And 42 is the name of the regular name of the ספירות. When you count Keter and Dat. If I count the letter in Keter, חוכמה, בינה, דת, חסד, גבורה, תפארת, נצח, עוד, יסוד, מלכות, we have 42 letters. If I count Dat or Keter, not both of them, we will have 39 letters, what is Eldad. And then the other name, the other 30 name is Meidad, Chen. Meidad and Eldad. Okay? The 42 have to do with what you call Maaseh Bereshit, but have to do with the Kabbalah name. Our name is Hasidut name. That refer like soul and body. Body refer to Eldad. If we count 10 Sfirot, we have 49 letters, and soul refer to Meidad, right? The mother, it's Meidad. It's the mother and it's the kid, and the kid is the father too. Eldad. Eldad is Hashem Echad, Meidad is Hashem Yachid. God is one, God is alone, the only one. Now this is just introduction, general introduction about the small kid. The נער קטון נוהג בעם equal 585. It's a chen of chen, right? It's a symmetry of chen and pe and mouth. דברי פי חכם chen. The mouth is a kingdom, have to do with chen. Is a pshara, peshar. The mouth that sing, peshar. It's a peretz plus zerach. It's like Esav and Yaakov. ונער קטון נוהג בם. נוהג בם, what is under, it's like בנו הגדול. It's written Esav בנו הגדול. בנו הגדול. No equal 58, הגדול equal 42. Together is 10 square. אדם אחד. This number is אדם time אחד. One man. If I do Ariel in מילוי פנים, I don't talk about me, I talk about Jerusalem. Ariel. Equal 585. This is what you call the face of Ariel. The back of Ariel 67. What is 3 times 12 square? Right? Now, the two numbers together equal 1452. What of course is 6 times Ariel because we have 5 letters. Right? 6 times 242. What is U Eli? This was the angel in Shoftim, Judgment 13, 18, said to Manoach. And equal 4 times HaMashiach. Four times 363. Okay? Because this is 1.5 Ariel. No. Just the way he said it, the angel, למה זה תשאל לשמי והוא פלי? Why did you ask my name and is he and is peli? Wonder? למה זה תשאל לשמי? Yes, this three phrases, למה זה תשאל לשמי, פלוס הוא פלאי, לפנות זה ו, equal 1331, right? משיח במספר קדמי, right? All the letters from Aleph to Mem, all the letters from Aleph to Shin, all the letters from Aleph to Yud, all the letters from Aleph to Chet. What is 11? The power of 3, 11, 11, 11, like 666. Who pil-e, not who time pil-e, who pil-e, who pil-e, equal Gefer. Right? Gefer, it's divine. The Opili is Gafno. This was the story about the birth of Shimshon ben Manoach. Shimshon ben Manoach equal Elisha ben Shaphat, 852. But equal 2 times the house of David. Now, if I write Nar Katon in finning letter, no, I, Kuf, Tet, no, Na'ar Katon, equal 1457. So, Katon, female donkey plus 1000, plus Mashiach ben David plus Mashiach ben Yosef. Nar Katon with a big moon, Nar Katon with a big moon, equal 1129. What is the prime number? 190. What is cats, the end of the day? What is the tree of Judah? What is the bees that came up from the earth? What is referred to the plant? It's the bees that came from the abyss, one that came from the sea, and one that came up from the earth. ראיתי חיה אחרת עולה מן הארץ. חיה אחרת, other beast came out from the earth. In the Revelation 13:11, equal this number, Narkaton with big nun, what is 1129? What is Geshem? Shalom, Mishkan. Remember the three blessing.
Yeah.
Geshem. Geshem, rain, peace, and Mishkan. It's a tent of God. That has the acronym of Geshem. We talk about this not long ago. The blessing in the Parashatim Bechukotai. Now, if I check the appearance, the first appearance of the letter of Nar Katon in the Torah, what I will receive? What I will receive? Yes. The nun, the first appearance of nun is 52. Eliyahu. The first appearance of Ayin is Yaakov, 182. It's interesting, the letter of Asaph. The first appearance of Resh is 2, Bereshit, the second letter. The first appearance of Kuf is 151. Kuf is the letter of the month of Adar, of Purim, Chen Chen La. The first appearance of Tet is 121, 11 square. And again Nun, what is the 52 letter? How much equal together? 560. How much equal Nar Katon in prime number gematria? It means Nun is a 14 letter, so the 14 prime number is 41. So Nun equal 41, etc. Okay? So Nar Katon in prime number equal 276. What is Tzemach plus Menachem, or 2 times Tzemach or 2 times Menachem? What is the triangle of the Chaya? Of 23, right? 1 plus 2 plus 3. What is eternal life? Chayim Netzchiyim. The acronym of Chen. Okay. This was introduction for the next session. We will talk more about the Nar Katon. Now I just want to, we start all this session with the secret of the Shabbat. There are different intentions in Kabbalah about the Shabbat. Our suggestion that if Am Yisrael will keep 2 Shabbat, will be redemption. So in Kabbalah there are explanation what is the 2 Shabbat. a Christian might say that maybe we have to keep Shabbat in Sunday too, so we keep two Shabbats, and then Mashiach came. But the revelation of the Sunday has to do with the revelation of the temple. And this is the secret of the second Shabbat, right? It's the 8th day. The temple belongs to the 8th day. Vayhi bayom hashmini. This is when we start the work of the temple. It's like something above this world. That's why it's difficult to hold the temple whole in this reality, because it's above this reality. But in Shabbat, it is written that in Shabbat himself are the revelation of the temple, are revelation of you can say the 8th day. It's not another day. They don't mean that they will keep two Shabbat one after one, 1 week after one. No, in Shabbat himself there are two concepts of Shabbat. So usually, basically, there are two ideas what are these two Shabbat. One opinion will say that it's 2 degrees of going up, 2 degrees of aliyah, of how you say aliyah? Ascent up, off, right? And another opinion which says that one Shabbat is ascent, and the second Shabbat is descent. So really, if you connect these two ideas together, really there are three concepts, and this refers to the three numbers that we connect with the Shabbat, you can say. We say that Shabbat, we talk about Shabbat Shalom, right? But this Shabbat is Yeshua plus Yeshua. And it's the two men together. In Shabbat we have 3 meals. One meal is the meal of what you call Chakal Tapuchim Kadishin, the kingdom, the Shechina. It's a Chakal, it's a field of holy apple. In Shabbat, the Shechina come back, go up to the world of Atzilut, and she receive enlightenment from Father, from the wisdom, and the enlightenment from the face of Arichanpin. That called Tren Tapuchin Kadishin, the 2 holy apple. And so she received this light of the face of God, and this is the first meal. All right, so we will say in the Kiddush, in the prayer, we talk about her. After we talk about him in the second meal, in the second Kiddush. And after in the third meal, in the third prayer of the Mincha, we'll talk about them, both of them together. So it's a female, it's a male, and it's both of them together. You have this is a female, this is a male, and this is both of them together. The first meal we call it the meal of the Shechina. The second meal we call it the meal of Atika Kadisha, and we'll eat with him Zeir Anpin and Chakat Tapuchin Kadishit. Every time it's a meal of somebody, and the other two will eat with him. Achan leSaada Ba'ada or Bahade. Right? They will come to eat with her in the first meal in the evening of Shabbat. Atika Kadisha and Zeir Anpin. It's a meal of Chakal Tapochin Gadishin, and will come with air Atika Kadisha. Atika Kadisha, it's like Jesus here. Okay? Because really is connected to Atik too, because it's the third eye, the soul Atik Yomin, right? So it's a revelation of Atika Kadisha. When you talk about Jesus, it's a revelation of Atika Kadisha too. So it's a meal of her, and then she got elevated to this level, what is the wisdom of the world of Atzilut. It's a Malchut, but she has a revelation of the wisdom of Olam Atzilut too, with the shining of the face of God. And after it's a second elevate to this level. Now you call it his meal, and the other two, Zeir Anpin and the Chakal Tapochin Kadishin, will go with him, will eat with him this meal. And after, it's a meal of Zeir Anpin. And Atika Kadisha and Chakal Tapochin Kadishin will go with him. It means the third meal, the Seudah Shlishit, it's not going up. It's the blessing of this concept that go down. What is the secret of Rava de Ravin, the third eyes, that go down. It's a revelation of this concept to Zeir Anpin. So you call it now the meal of Zeir Anpin. Okay, so the free meal refer to the free, what it is written, free time, Ayom, about the Aman. It is Vayomer Moshe, how it is written there. Vayomer Moshe, Ichlu Hayom. Moshe said, eating today is the first Hayom, the first meal. Ki Shabbat Hayom LaHashem, because today is Shabbat for God. And Hayom, today, you will not find it in the field. You will not find it in the field, it means you will find it in the other day of the week. It means it's a blessing for the other day of the week. It's the third meal, okay? This is in Shemot 16:25. Now, another thing interesting about Shabbat, that Shabbat is always close to the concept of respect the parent. We've been talking lately about to respect the commandment of respect father and mother. After this commandment came first of all the commandment of Shabbat. After came the commandment of to respect father and mother, right? The 4 and 5 commandment. So, and in other places it is written, Ish imo v'aviv, each one, his mother and his father tirau, you have to fear your mother and father, and you have to keep my Shabbat. Right? In Vayikra 19:3. So we see in two different places that when we talk about Shabbat, we talk about the fear or the love of father and mother, or the fear of mother and father, right? Father and mother, it's like love and fear. It's like right and left. And another thing that refer to Shabbat for some reason, it's את שבתותי תשמרו, my Shabbat you will keep, ומקדשי תיראו, and my temple you will be fear. In Vayikra 19:30. So there are three concepts. Is a Shabbat that is connected to the parent, father and mother, is Shabbat, and is Shabbat that is connected to the temple. They go together. So this is the secret of these three concepts. This is connected to father and mother. This is connection to the temple. It's the false around light, right? It's the Yechidah, it's the temple. And this is the Shabbat himself. This equals Shabbat, right? It's both of them together. But the revelation of the temple, you can say that this has to do with this concept. This is here you have the two names. Right? So this is the logic of putting this here. Right? It's more logic. You have the both of them together. Here you have each one separately. So it's more logic that you put Yeshua here, Yeshu here. This is Mashiach ben David, this is Mashiach ben Yosef, and this is both of them together. And both of them together, this is a temple, the house. Bet is two together. Okay, so thank you very much.